Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio, dropping knowledge in the studio you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Hakeem.
And this is your man, Ronnie Ron. Hey, Hakeem, I ain't gonna lie, man. You gotta drink some of this water. Is this essential water? Woo!
I know you talk
like friendly.
Are you talking about that pH balance, right?
Yeah,
75 or 70 something, that pH balance.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking a sip of that. But I stay on them Red Bulls. You know what I'm saying?
I already know. Man.
I stay on them Red Bulls.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Red Bull is the drink for men. And that's how I see men drink is Red Bull.
That's it.
I be like, yo.
Real niggas drink Red Bull. Even the Godfather himself, Kevin Samuel, drink a Red Bull every night.
Tommy Sotomayor drink Red Bull.
Red Bulls, yeah.
Alan Roger drink Red Bull. All these people drink Red Bull, man. I think Red Bull is the new thing. I think it's the flavor. I think they add to it. Everybody drinking that thing like crazy.
No, definitely. I think for a lot of men who want to keep up and stay on high energy, the Red Bull is that thing.
But I want to ask you, do it really give you wings though?
Man, not really, because after you drink so much, you get immune. The caffeine doesn't really do nothing to you. Your body's used to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think if you drink a cup of coffee here and there, you might get pumped up.
Yeah,
that
coffee con leche, that Cuban coffee.
Oh my God,
right.
that
bro,
Cuban
that's too wide. No, I'm gonna drink that when you about to head to bed.
Oh my God, man, that's like Cuban crack. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you. But
this one right here, this is for me because I need to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking on in the shade room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading Twitter.
I'm
on Facebook, and I keep seeing black men complaining of black woman. So I want to ask you this question today: have the black men really given up on the black woman?
No, I'm gonna answer with the no.
Okay.
You might be shocked about it.
Even though you see all the complaining.
I see all the complaining.
See men killing black women. Even though
oh my God.
Black women. You see men protecting black women.
Yeah, and you hear that from a lot of women that black men have given up on them. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if you know about the basketball player that played for the Lakers. He just married a Dominican. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I haven't heard about that. No.
Yeah. He just married a Dominican girl, and a lot of people are going crazy about that. You know what I mean?
Why was that?
You see, because they perceive for him to be, they think he was supposed to marry a black woman. You feel me?
But ain't the Dominican is kind of quote black?
They are black. They are black genetically, but they're not black culturally.
Oh, now I get what you're saying. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like they are black. They got African DNA in them, but they don't identify as being black. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, now I get what you're saying. Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You could look at a Dominican woman and can tell she's a black woman, like because she's dark skinned. Because you have women. You know what I mean? You have women who look like her that are African American. But here's the issue with that. Women complain about rich black men marrying black women. And I'm going to get to this point.
Okay.
Statistically, black men marry women overwhelmingly. 80% of black men marry black women. 80% of regular black men marry black women. So when we talking about a percentage of men who date out their race, is a very small percentage. It's a very, very small percentage. Because let me tell you something. Even with the bulk of friends that we have, that me and a lot of them are with black women.
Yeah, that's a fact.
What I mean? Yeah, and a lot of them are with black women from other races.
Yeah,
black women from other cultures.
Fact.
Our boy Jabari, he's Black American, right? He married a woman from our culture, right?
Correct.
You know what I mean? I know a lot of guys who are Haitian who marry Nigerian women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we're looking at it from that point of view, women have an issue when they see rich black men do that. So when we say giving up, a lot of black men are complaining with what the state of black relationships are. You feel me?
Okay. So they're not giving up on a black woman. They just complaining just on the status of the relationship.
The status of relationship. Because here's the point. Black women want well-to-do black men, but they're not a lot of them. You feel me?
Right.
So let's think about that. It's not a lot of well-to-do black men. It's only like maybe 13% of them. 13% of black men who makes over 80,000.
Yeah.
So now
the number is very small. Yes.
very small. So you have a lot of black women who are making 80, 50, $60,000, and they're complaining saying that hey, there's not enough good black men out there to marry. There are. Y'all just don't want to date them because they don't make enough money. So you
say it's more on a financial issue because you feel like the woman. So you think the woman is now is starting to think black man is becoming a burden?
A burden because they say we're not making enough money. But here's the thing. Now, this one thing I can't agree with you on this one, Ronnie. You are seeing a uptick of black men dating out their race now. Like you can see regular black men getting with other races, but it's still not enough to say that it's shifting the tides. You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Like meaning that yes, I understand. Like I noticed that there's more and more black men dating Spanish women, dating white girls, but it's not enough to say that it's an issue. You feel me? I'm trying to say like the numbers maybe is up maybe 1 or 2%. You feel me? And listen, the basketball player name was Anthony Davis.
Okay, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. He just
tied a knot with a Cuban, Dominican woman.
A Dominican girl. She looks very light-skinned, and black women are mad about that. But he's one of the top 10% of black men who makes money. You feel what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, he's picking his women. Yeah, that's the only issue I have when I see like black women keep looking up to celebrities and stars. They shouldn't even look up to that. They should just look up to the average Joe. Now, you say, which is true, the numbers does show that black men do make no more than $40K a year.
$40K a year.
And that's like the average is $40K a year. You know, to make $80K is like a miracle sent from heaven because the number, like you said, is 13%, which is very much true. But my only issue is why I think the black man has given up on the black woman because the black woman became difficult to deal with.
In a sense.
Because when you're trying to, like for example, when you try to give them advice, they give you a lot of clash back, a lot of bite back.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear it. They too much in their ego. They keep going what the media say to do. So they're rather like this is a bad example, but I'm just using just for this narrative only. Like they would date a person like a Kodak Black who's not very educated, who's not very smart, just because he got some money.
Basically,
you put him as the handsomest guy in the world.
Basically, Pookie and Ray Ray. He's in that Pookie and Ray Ray.
Yeah, Pookie and Ray Ray. When you got a guy that literally work at, like say, a grocery store, Publix, who's bagging groceries, doing the best he can.
Yeah.
Hopefully one day trying to be assistant manager.
Yeah.
You look down on him because he only
100%
$12 to $15 an hour.
But who you think's gonna give him an opportunity to talk to him? The little
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The black woman ain't doing it, so that's what they dating outside their race.
Yeah, and it's still, you know what I mean, and it's that point. Dating has been messed up because women have been eating high off the hog. So when we're talking about like why a lot of black women are not in a relationship and why a lot of black men are not in a relationship, for us it's money. For them, they just don't want, because we're still trying to holler at black women. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is them choosing us. Now, here's the funny thing about this. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Black women don't have a problem having sex with a broke dude. They don't have a problem having sex with us. They just don't want to be with us.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to take that into account. I want the listeners to take that into account. The women in our race don't mind having sex with us or having kids with us. They just don't want to be with us due to status and what they feel they should deserve in life.
Yeah, their ego. That's what their ego is telling them. Their ego, the ego, which deals with emotion, but deals with feeling, is what they're feeling at the moment. They feel like this guy is not a catch because the guy is not wearing Tom Ford. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the guy that's just wearing regular jeans from a thrift store, she see him as less than, with not knowing that most rich people shop at thrift stores.
No, definitely.
You even know that.
No, we definitely do know. But then let's also talk about this. The women of other races, culturally, they've been taught to choose men based on character.
Right.
Not on looks, not on, and I'm not saying they don't, but from overwhelmingly, most women of other races are judged based on character and ambition. Now, here's the thing. In our culture alone, you have to be drop dead gorgeous if you want to talk to a woman and be broke.
Yeah, prime example. Remember that singer, Sam Cassell? Remember, not Sam Cassell, not the basketball player. Remember that singer? He dated, I forgot the lady's name. The singer. Remember, he was not a good looking dude, but he married a white woman.
Oh, you talking about damn, I know you talking about Celine.
You know what I'm talking about, right? He not a good looking dude, and he had beautiful kids by this white woman. And some people like, you know, they even asked her, they're like, he looks ugly. Like, don't even say, they like, he looks ugly. Why are you dating him? She like, I date him because he's an amazing man.
Yeah, basically. Not basically.
That's what she said in the interview.
Yep. So she judged him based on character. Now, if we go off black women, we know if you have money and if you drop dead gorgeous, I'll give you an example. I don't even remember Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, like a few seasons back, there was a lawyer on it. You feel me? She was dealing with a Pookie and Ray Ray. He was like, mind you, she's a lawyer and she had a baby from a Pookie and Ray Ray. Now, mind you, this brother was cock diesel. He was like, he looked like he just got out of prison. He was light-skinned, but he was a criminal. So this is why when they say even a professional woman get Pookie and Ray Ray, you gotta for you to be broke and holler at a lot of these girls, you gotta be drop dead gorgeous. You have to be drop dead gorgeous. You have to be drop dead gorgeous, or you have to have a shitload of money. Same thing with this girl who's dating this African guy on Love and Hip Hop. He's not the best looking, but he's worth over $200 million. She say we're getting married. You know what I'm trying to say? But before that, she was with a semi Pookie and Ray Ray, who, you know what I'm saying? So this is the issue when we're saying that who's giving up on no, the black man hasn't given up on the black woman. The black woman has given up, man. Before 1980, this wasn't an issue. It
wasn't an issue at all.
It wasn't an issue.
The black man had more structure, and the black woman stood her position in the black man's life.
Basically,
but since society, you already know, since a lot of benefits and laws, the government started getting involved in the black household. Women started seeing black men as less than, because now the government now becomes zaddy. They became the daddy in the group. So now they look to the man they have as, you don't even do nothing. Why I need you for it?
No, 100%.
And that's the issue. But my thing is, I think, which is very funny, which is very not funny, but very ironic. Most black women are raising these men.
They are raising these men.
So I'm like, how you gonna hate something that you created?
No, definitely. And then now we're talking about an era of men that are raised with no fathers. You feel me?
Yeah. Which is true. But remember, the women are raising these men. When they little boys, they're raising them as an adult. So when they raise them as an adult, remember, they're making them not be in a catch for that woman.
No, fact.
Because the father's not there.
Fact.
Think about that.
No, fact.
That's what I'm thinking about it. Think about it. That's why I always tell women all the time when I talk to them, especially black women, I'm like, because they always complain about black men. I'm like, but I was like, who's raising these men? It's not the men. And they get quiet, just like what you're doing now.
No, hey, I had to let you get your bag off, because it's 100% on that. But you want to know something? It's kind of depressing for men like us who really wants to be in a committed long-term relationship, finding with somebody with a black woman who want to have black.
If you want somebody like that, you get them overseas. A black woman like in Africa, again, you're in India, you get those. That somebody told me that I was like, no, the type of woman you're looking for, you might need to get them overseas.
Listen, a lot of our homeboys who are from here are getting their women overseas. I got 3 Dominican homeboys who are born and raised here, when they got their wives from Dominican Republic. I know Nigerian dudes who are born and raised Nigerian American when they got their wives from Nigeria. So there is a trend here where there's a mentality of the women who are here who want so much. The thing about it is, I'm not a contestant on Love and Hip Hop. You feel what I'm trying to say? Me and you are not a contestant on Love and Hip Hop. We're actually real people who work real jobs, who trying to build a future, get their credit together, and women need to stop weaponizing their education and their status, because they have to understand something. I'm about to say something real controversial. We civilized the world for you to do this. All the wars we fought, the plumbing we laid down, the sewers that we built for, you know what I mean? Men invented tampons.
Yep.
I don't want to get real critical. So We've done so much to a point where women can be judgmental on a man on how much he makes. But here's another thing too. You want to know why the situation is even getting more worse?
Mm-hmm. I'm listening.
They say the colleges is now are a ghost town for men.
Yeah.
There's
like
rarely no men in colleges anymore.
Just like the church.
Just like the church.
Not that, they're not there. No. The most enrolled in American college are the black women.
Basically. And mind you, here's the thing. A lot of them who are enrolled, a lot of them is only 13% of black women who makes over 70,000. A lot of them only make 46,000. So in an interim, you still need somebody to be with. We're going to keep repeating this till people start getting in their head. Until you start changing your idea of what type of man you want, and you shouldn't wait too late. This is why the statistics for whites, Hispanics, they get married and they stay in longer marriages. And a lot of the guys that they're dating are average men. Listen here. I'm about to say something, and people might not like this. White men don't make that much money either. Statistically, they make $10,000 more than us. Average white man in America makes $51,000.
Preach.
Average white man makes $51,000. Statistically, the Hispanic is under the black man. In certain instances where I think he makes 30 something, 20. So you're talking about,
but black men make more than Hispanics. Correct.
Make more than Hispanic. So you're talking about white men who make only $10,000 more than us, but they get their women to marry and be submissive to us. And this is why people need to stop looking at television and see that small percentage of people that they see on TV that are living life. Most of those people are not even living like that either.
Mm-hmm. And now, because we got to keep it in mind too. Most of the in the white community, you know, sometimes when I study the white community, most of the time in the white community, the women are being coached by their parents. Even if their parents not together, the woman is telling the girl, like, listen, you're gonna need somebody. You get what I'm saying? That's what they telling them. But in our culture, especially in the black culture, we are taught that you don't need anybody. Remember what they talk about in our last podcast. That's the one that we always talk about. The need of that you don't need anybody. I can do it on my own.
No, basically.
I can do it on my own.
But
knowing the funny thing is when they go to the doctor, they need a doctor. When they go to the dentist, they need a dentist. But when it comes to the black man, they say, I don't need a black man.
Here's the thing. Black women are the biggest detriment to their own self because a lot of these mamas was telling their daughters, go get your degree so you won't need a man.
No, and I'm not gonna do that too. The father does the same thing too.
No. The dads do
the same thing.
The dad, especially black fathers, do that. They say, "Hey, I need to make sure you ain't going." Yeah, because they already know the situation. But we need to change the narrative. This is why I think that women shouldn't be so involved in their dating practice. They need to leave. They need to go holler at their brothers, their dads, and their uncles to fit them with the right person. Because let me tell you something. If we leave a woman to her own device, she's going to be single.
Yeah. One of the questions I asked my father, or my late mother, like when I asked my father, he said something that was deep. I asked him, what made your marriage last so long? Mm-hmm. You know what he told me straight up? He said, Ronnie, I needed her.
Ooh.
That kept me quiet. That's the first thing he said. He said, Ronnie, find somebody that's gonna need you. He said, I needed her. Woo. That's what made my marriage last long.
That's one point. And she needed him. Now here's the thing.
She needed him. That's what I was saying. That's the thing. They needed each other. But it's like in the black community, you say the word need is like a curse.
It's a curse. But not only that, though, in the black community, everybody think they can find something better.
Yeah, that's true too. Like you said earlier. They feel like
everybody got different options. The dating apps make it to the point where you can meet somebody today. If you don't like them, you can go find somebody else. But not knowing that somebody could be really feeling. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was it. Right now, Hakeem, me and you can do that. We can get a nice car. Literally, we can rent a car, rent a Rolls Royce, put diamond rings on our finger, Gucci out, all the way Gucci out. We go to South Beach. We could probably pull over like 20 women.
Yeah, 100%.
Just for that image.
Yeah, 100%. And fuck the same night.
Yeah, the same 20 women.
The same 20 women. But
we got things backwards in the black community.
We do, and we'll be hollow inside. You know what I mean? And this is why I say that I could kind of see why black men might holler at other races, because I done been in some situations where, and people might laugh at this, I done been at my dirtiest and had other women from other races still talk to me.
Because they see they see the form of dirty or you musty as a man that works.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I could be, you know what I mean? I remember one time, this was upstate in Massachusetts. You know what I mean? I had on Payless boots. I had just got off a construction site. I was sitting in McDonald's, you know what I mean? And this Cambodian girl who worked there we was talking. She was like, "Hey, where you coming from?" I said, "I'm just coming from the construction site." She was like, you know what I mean? I'm talking, I had dirt on my face and all that. I'm eating the burger dripping down on my shirt. The burger dripping down on my shirt. She started laughing and said, "Here, hey, let's be cool." And I'm like, I looked at her and I'm like, is she crazy or something? You know what I mean? But it was kind of shocking to me because I've never had a black woman do it. I've never had a black woman talk to me at my worst or at my lowest.
So it could probably just be in the era we live, because since we live in a city, more fast paced. Probably when you go in the countryside, it's more easy.
No. Listen, it's the same thing in the country too. Don't get me wrong. You might have some outliers, but let's talk about for the majority. Ron, think about this. Me and you grew up in a major city.
Yeah.
There's over 450,000 black women in Miami.
Facts.
There's 450,000 black people in Miami. There's more women here than men here. Why is it that me and you are not married?
That was trying to tell you. Yep.
You know what I'm trying to say? Why isn't that? We've been on dates, we meet people, and we did this. And the thing about it is
because the image of the city we live in, which you already know is fast paced.
But listen, that image you're talking about is translated all over the place.
Which is crazy, like it spread.
Yeah.
It's like a wildfire that
yeah, come on. So for me, I don't even care, man. Like, I'm still hopeful, but I'm still hopeful, and hopefully, you know what I mean, we'll be in a situation to marry, have kids with a black woman, but it's all left on her, not us. Because here's the thing, we're the catch, they're the prize. So if we're going for the prize also has to want to accept it.
Yeah, I won't say it's why we want to accept you.
Basically.
That's the thing. But you know, I would say this is a touchy subject. I know
it is a touchy subject.
That listen, they're gonna, you know, look. I know we're gonna get a lot of feedback. You
know,
I'm ready for those feedback. You know,
no, we are. We are
the statistics and the facts that we're not making things up.
Listen, and we'll make it even worthwhile for them. If you support us, the Cash App is in the description. If we get enough Cash App, we'll do a part 2 to this.
Yeah,
we'll do a part 2 to this, and we'll. You know what I mean? And we'll address whatever concerns you have. You know what I mean? To tell you why.
And not only that, if you want to be the guest on the show, you can just leave us a comment or email us as well.
Email us, and we'll add you
talk
on
about it too. Our panel is always open.
Yeah,
I think that's why a lot of women probably would like to come on and talk about it. They can.
Yeah.
Our panel's on. Even if you live in the Gunji River, you can come on the show and we can
come on. Basically, doesn't matter where you at. You could be in Bani, or you could be in South Africa or wherever. You know what I'm saying? If you got internet connection and Zoom, we'll put you on the show. Hit us up.
Yeah. But I like this topic, and I think we need more of this topic, especially when it's between black people. I think.
Oh man,
like, we need to have more of this conversation. I would say Kevin Samuel was like God saying. He kind of opened up the window. Tommy Sotomayor have been doing it over for a decade. He been doing that. Him and Kevin Samuel together, it's just like they had the women, not the women, but the well talking about it more and more. And I think it's much needed, especially in our community, because you see how the community's going, you know. And it seemed like, but you can just see it for yourself that black men and black women are not getting along. It's actually gone for the worse.
It's very worse. So we haven't given up on black women. Black women has given up on us.
You already know. That being said, KR Culture Radio,
we out.
We out.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Okay. Ice. Crush. Ice. Crush. Ice. Crush ice. She want it. Crush ice. She need it. Crush ice. Come get it. Crush ice.
I'm with it, I got lick all in my cup. Lick all in my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up, I got lick all in my cup. Lick all in my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up. It's 2 a.m., I party hard. A couple stacks, yeah, I'm ballin' hard. I'm in the club, homie, what it do? They call me Brown Dollars, I'm getting loose. I'm leaning back, got me a couple lean. I'm smoking that, call that Apache Green. They looking tough, we know they all soft. I roll with killers, they let that gun spark. Go ahead, mommy, drop it low. Go ahead, mommy, let it show. It ain't a problem, we know that ass fat. So when that night is over, I'ma take it back, take it back, take it back to the telly, dog. We getting loose, she gon' tell it all. Great goose, she gon' drink it all. Up in the morning, she don't remember, dog. Yeah, homie, I'm back at it. Yeah, homie, like a jackrabbit. Back on the strip, tryna get some cabbage. My homie Flip, he got to have it. Crush ice, she want it. Crush ice, she need it. Crush ice, come get it. Crush ice, I'm with it, I got lick all in my cup. Lick all in my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up, I got lick all in my cup. Lick all in my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up. It's 4 a.m., last call. Call a cab, homie, you know that's wrong. I call a cab, wet willies, bottoms up, I'm getting silly. Crush ice, all in my cup. You rockin' ice, homie, you better tuck. My wolves hungry, they be feeding y'all. We in the club, they be slapping dogs. Don't Chevy, Camaro dog. My rims heavy, you know they looking hard. Blue mother, you mother lover. Drink it till I stutter. Fresh death, just like my brother. ×2, you know the number, boo. Just hit me up when you're coming through. Crush ice, she want it. Crush ice, she need it. Crush ice, come get it. Crush ice, I'm with it, I got lick all in my cup. Lick all in my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up, I got lick all in my cup. Lick all in my cup, I'ma drink all of it up. Drink all of it up.